All right. So it is, I never can remember the date. It is Tuesday, and it's May 16th, 2017. And this is our team call, lunch and learn call for this week. And so I'm excited because there's a lot of information out there. A lot of stuff has been going on, and we're seeing a lot of surges and moving forward with our business, exciting things that are happening leading up to our big event at Summit this summer. And whether you're going or not, it's all something that you could take advantage of, the momentum and the excitement going forward. Again, all the things we're going to launch and just the excitingness of everything. So one of the things that I noticed, one thing that I want you and you guys to get into the practice of, if you're not already, is to going into the back office on a regular basis. Like for me, that's almost the first thing I do when I sit down at my computer to work my business, is I'll check in back there to see, how my Success Club points are, where my volume is, how the coaches are doing, if there's any alerts for me, if there's any new customers. I get a lot of leads now because I'm making Success Club on a regular basis, so I add those people in the first thing in the morning, just kind of a check-in thing. And then there's always the coach breaking news, things that are not always announced right away. So a lot of times, every other day or so, there could be something new in there. And so I caught a couple new things this week that I want to make sure that you guys saw, but I guess just also want to remind you to be checking those notices as well. I'm going to do my best to keep you updated, and Heather does as well with Team Dynamite, but just always in good practice to go check on those things yourself. So I saw that we are going to be having some new challenge packs launching in June. So this is all information you guys can go and get back there. Since we've been seeing so much awesome results from my the all annual access pass on demand. Sorry, somebody's messaging me at the same time and I was looking at it. I apologize for that. Too much happening, right, with Facebook. You just shut it down. So we've been seeing great results with our all annual access Beachbody on Demand challenge pack with Shakeology. And so to better help us, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be launching two challenge packs to support that. So one of them, which I'm thrilled about, is the all annual all access Beachbody on Demand performance pack. So this pack consists of the Beachbody on Demand membership, the all access membership, and the Beachbody performance supplements Energize and Recover, along with Portion Fixed, and will be priced the same as the Shakeology pack. So, and this is going to be available June 1st. And I love this because personally I've come across plenty of people who have allergies, they can't do Shakeology, or, this is just another, awesome supplement that we can, offer to people, which I love. Personally, that's something that I use as well. So, and then the other challenge pack is Shakeology and Portion Fix challenge pack. And this is going to be available exclusively for Beachbody On Demand members. So it's going to be available to existing BOD members only. This is actually going to be used as a completion package to fill in those missing components that the All Access Challenge Pack gives you. So this bundle provides an online purchase option for existing members to upgrade to a challenge pack for $130 in the United States, $156 in Canada. So that's going to give you Shakeology, or 30 days of Shakeology, and it's also going to give you the Portion Fix containers and booklet. So that's something that you can look to upgrade somebody. You're going to get 2 points for each of those different packs, and you can go to FAQ 4303 to get more details on that. But both of those will get out there on June 1st. Also, there are going to be some important changes to the Beachbody On Demand membership starting June 1st. So they want to change some things around. It's just pretty much to make sure that the customer experience is at the utmost. So all access for all members, every Beachbody On Demand member, regardless of their membership plan, will automatically gain access to all the available content on Beachbody On Demand. So if you remember before, we had kind of like a tier where you had all access was like everything, but then you had your Beachbody On Demand membership and you were limited to some stuff. So this is going to include existing members, new customers, and current people that are already on the trial membership. So once in June 1st, everyone's going to get everything, basically is what that means, okay? They're also going to be reducing the Beachbody On Demand trial. So we have a 30-day trial right now for standalone Beachbody On Demand membership. It's going to be reduced to 14 days. So this will prevent people from completing a full program during a trial period, right? So this is reinforcing the value of the All Access Challenge Pack. It says this change does not include the trial that comes with your DVD challenge pack. So we will continue to honor a 30-day trial membership if you bought like the 21-day fixed DVD challenge pack. So that is where that will differ there. You'll still get that, but like our little link that we send to people to try it out will only be limited to 14 days. And then membership pricing adjustments to that as well. So to align with the pricing on Beachbody.com, the annual membership, and it's not much, the annual membership is going to be reduced from $99.95 to $90, which equals $8.25 a month. The semi-annual membership reduced from $59.95 to $59, which equals $9.84 a month. And then there's a 3-month option that's going to remain at $38.87, which is mostly what we do, those quarterly ones you see more regularly and prevalent right now. Current members will continue to pay the original prices for their memberships unless they contact customer service or cancel and re-enroll. So know that if somebody asks you that, they can get that change if they realize they're paying, 95 cents too much or whatever it is. They can get that changed, or this could be an option for you to talk to them about the All Access Challenge Pack and save them money going forward and take advantage of your group and Shakeology with the nutrition and all of that good stuff. So keep those things in mind. So let's see. And then a name change for the quarterly Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack. So it says our Club and Shakeology Challenge Pack will be changed to quarterly All Access Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology Challenge Pack. The Club Performance Pack and Club and Shakeology Kickstart Pack will be changed at a later date. So I can see where this would sound or get confusing. So, right now when you're doing the All Access Pass, it's for 12 months, right? But then if you've got the quarterly, it's the way it's being billed and that kind of thing. So just realize that some of these name changes will occur, but it's just going to help you to better explain to your customers what the differences are, that as far as the timing, the billing, and all of that good stuff. So definitely go in the back office, guys. Make sure that you are up on all that information, because I personally feel that we're going to probably get more away from DVDs and being more on-demand programming as time goes on. Not everybody has awesome internet, and that's something that you need to keep in mind too. But going forward, more and more, it'll just become more and more prevalent to have everything streaming and online and our apps and our phone and all that kind of good stuff. So, being up on all that information is pretty important. Okay, so I have been doing my best to really share with you guys everything that I'm learning or absorbing in my group with Carl Deichler that he created. And so it's just really exciting, really humbling to see everybody in there working super hard, and even like the best of the best. They have questions and they struggle and everything just like us. So it's really awesome to just know that even some of the more elite and top coaches or ones that have been at it for so long still go through the same struggles and successes that we do. They're no different than us. They maybe just been at it longer or just have more people on their team or whatever. But aside from that, they all go through the same thing. So one of the things that I was struggling with personally, and I know that this is not me by myself, is, we want to have those conversations with people, but we want to invite, but basically, how are we going to get them from once they say, okay, get me more information, to getting them signed up? And one of the big things is you can't really rush them through that. I've really learned that a lot over the years, is that you cannot rush them through those questions, right? There's a lot of questions. You're getting a lot of, goals, questions, and things like that in there. And so we don't want to rush, but we need to get to know those people. So Let's see. I have, I'll try to share my screen with you guys here. This here. Hi, Wendy. Let's see if I can make sure to get it up. I've been taking a lot of notes, copying, pasting, I should say, more like it, because I want to make sure that I'm able to like reiterate and stuff to you guys. So there's a couple of really cool tips that I found. Like I said, I posted some things in the group already, but some stuff, you know, we could go over together. So one of the really great tips that I got out of the, and I'm not going to go through this with you guys, but that I got from the group was when I started to ask about how you get from yes to Success Club. Like, how does that work? How are they doing it so fast? Like, a lot of the top coaches are like, they're at Success Club 20, 30, 40 every single month. Like, how are you possibly getting through that many people from, you know, in this 30-day window? Like, what, you know, besides sitting at your computer all day long. So one of the tips was to go to YouTube and watch a webinar from a team call from Andrea Crowder called Closing with Class. And I think I mentioned this already. So I really would invite you guys to go in there. And this is not only going to help you to understand, you know, connecting with people with their health and their fitness goals, but this is also something that's going to help you connect with people when it comes to coaching and asking for the opportunity and that sort of thing. So go through there, and then this document that I have here, I actually got from the YouTube. So once you've watched it, then you can actually click on the link underneath that she has. It says get my notes here, basically. And this is going to take you through what she talked about, what kinds of questions to ask and in what order and why and all that kind of good stuff. So for me, for the most part, what I kind of figured out, I had my own, you know, process going that I have probably shared with you guys a few times. And the questions were pretty similar. I did add and change after watching that too, like how I could do it better, how I could come across better. But the big thing is to make sure that, and especially if you don't know, if they're a cold market person, you don't know anything about them, you need to work in learning about them too. And this, again, is not a process that you can rush. But having the tools and the questions in front of you, you can go through them and find out more about the person, and they're going to like see that you care once you start talking to them about their children, what they do for work, and all of that kind of good stuff. So here are, you know, again, my basic questions are pretty similar to what she has. And I definitely think I've shared this with you guys before, but if not, I'll put the link again into our team page, and you can read through it. And I have my own notes. I actually wrote at the top, like, hello, these are my personal notes. So if some doesn't make any sense to you, I've color coordinated for things to jump out at me, like when I'm on my phone and stuff. So if you have you're reading it personally and you're like, what? Just make sure to ask, and I can help you kind of put it all together. Something that I just started asking too, which kind of goes in line with what I was just saying about the Beachbody On Demand packs, is asking them about internet connection. Like, what is your internet like? You know, when people ask questions like that, they're like, oh, you're really thinking about it, because you can't start talking to them about on demand if they have crummy service, you know. And that has actually happened to me. Last week, they were like, I just don't have internet. It just is terrible. So, you know, it is what it is when that happens, right? But at least that's something that you're in the back of your mind once you get towards the end and you're really starting to think about this with them. So, and then for me, one of the big things that I was doing that was probably eating up so much time was, and this is how I was originally trained, we had a video that we would send them, and we would say, okay, you know, this was actually the paragraph. Okay, so I totally get it. I know this group's going to be perfect for you. I'm going to send you, watch this quick video on challenge groups, and then let me know your thoughts. And so, you know, Beachbody has one. It's kind of like retail-y and that kind of thing, corporate, you know, which I used in the very beginning when I started. And then over time, I was like, you know what, I'm going to record my own video, because then they have the chance to see my face and they hear my emotion and my excitement when I'm talking to them about what they're going to be doing in our group. And that has worked really well too. But over time, that has taken up a lot of extra time because people were seeing, they would have to watch it after work, or they'd have to watch it later. And I also feel like that could be like a personal feel for you too. If you felt like talking to somebody on the phone was a better option, that would even be the most quick option, right? To talk with them about their goals on the phone. So instead, I have now created a verbiage to send them so that they can report right back to me, and if they have any questions. And so this, I do believe, is also in the closing with class notes. So you can find that. But again, I can share all this with you guys too. I kind of piecemealed it with what I was already saying and added what she said, because a lot of it also, I feel like, you have to make it sound like it's you, right? You don't want it to sound like you're Andrea Crowder, because who's she anyway? I don't even know who she is. But you want it to sound like you, right? So change the wording and things so that it comes across as yourself, right? And so once I get them to be like they're 100% committed, and that's what this kind of, I separate the lines so that I can say, look, we need to know how committed you are. And if you're really going to be committed, and I ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you fall? And then you ask them also financially, are you committing, and all of those things, because you want to set them up for what's going to come. You want them to say yes, and you're going to answer all these things are going to be yes, 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 yes. And so that when they see your menu options at the end, then they'll really say yes, right? That's the point. And I just went through this with a girl yesterday. She just messaged me this morning, and she's like, I'm 100% committed. Like, she came out of one of my clean eating groups in December. So she's had a lot of time for me to talk to her about this. And so she knew Shakeology was involved, and she knew that stuff. But we still went through the whole process. And she's like, I don't know anything about Shakeology, but I want the all access pass. And I'm 100% committed. And, I went through all of that stuff with her. But, seeing the value. So, after you kind of get their commitment and stuff, the next portion of things is to be able to offer them, a menu to choose from. And this was another tip that I got from that group. People kind of, coaches talk about all the time, should we allow people to be in our challenge groups with Shakeology or not? Do you make it mandatory or not? And one of the girls in there brought up a really good point. She said, our motto is not to help people, our motto is to help people live healthy and fulfilling lives, but our motto is not to help people live healthy and fulfilling lives with Shakeology. So she was saying that she was having this guilt from turning people away for them not wanting to invest in the Shakeology right away. So she and her Success Club partner, came up with a menu option for people that, still build value with the Shakeology, but still don't turn people away. And what she was finding was that 9 times out of 10, people were choosing the challenge pack option anyways, because they saw that value. She had that conversation with them. But then those people that truly couldn't afford, the $130 or $160, there still was an option for them. And so when I've started to offer that as well. Like, I've actually gone back now to people that I have said to me in the past, I can't afford it. And I've been saying to them, this next group I'm doing is a little bit different, and I have more options for you to choose from. And so I'm getting people in the door that way too. And so something to keep in mind with that is that, they're going to see, if they decide to go with the base program, the 21-day fix and not Shakeology, they're going to start to see the benefits of other people drinking it in the group, right? And they're going to just be exposed to it. So it's not like, everyone has their own reasons for not drinking Shakeology or not doing it, if it's an affordability factor. But, the other part of that is you can help them see that value. And then if they have like an incredible transformation, then who knows, they could be your next rock star coach too, right? So I really believe that turning people away is not really the baseline for what we're doing here, right? And so being able to offer a menu option is huge. So the 3 choices that she gave and she included were, the base DVD package program, 1 program for $60. And, I've actually also thought about saying for the for a choice one to be the all access, one of the basic quarterly, what do you call it? $40 a quarter, trying to get this out of my mouth. Sorry. But you're almost like giving too much away when you do that too, because I just feel like this is how you want to build this value is you have this choice for $60 and you get one workout program and I'll still help you and we'll still do nutrition and all that stuff. Or you can get all of this other stuff. Some of your guys are chatting with me. Oh, let's say if you do the quarterly, do you get, no, it's still subscription, your commission and stuff, but it's not, you don't get points from that. No. Okay, now I have to get rid of this. It won't let me get rid of it now. You guys can see it. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. So, your choices are the $60 program, and then number 2 is $160 for the all access pack, and then go through all the benefits with that and what you're going to be getting. And that this is about thinking long term. This is not like one and you're done, right? This is a long-term solution. And then she even further broke it down into being like $12 a month, cheaper than a gym membership. And then the third option was the Kickstart pack, which personally, I wasn't even offering people that option. So having it out there, I feel like, for those people that want to, get a jump start with what they're doing, I got to say personally, I'm just not a fan of the 3-day refresh. And I think it's just because I eat so much food that the one time I tried that, so personally, guys, if one of you or someone else that's a coach on our team, like I know Wendy's done it a couple of times, she could probably speak to it better. I have done it, but not pleasantly. I was not happy. It was I didn't like the idea of it or anything. I would rather get that same result from like eating the countdown to competition or doing a bunch of low carb days, something like that. That's just me, personally opinion. But I do want people to know that the option is there because, I do get asked, do you have an option like that? So just know that that's there. And then, if you have questions, we can talk about it as a team or a group. And then that's it. And then always at the very end, this is all my old notes now. I do the discount offer at the end. Always. So I send them to this, one last thing. You have 2 options for enrollment and they can determine which is the best option for them. They can sign up as a discount coach and all the bells and whistles. They'll get 25% off. Or number 2, they can just do a challenger and that's okay too. Let me see. I should edit this one too as a challenger. And then I write, if you're thinking about committing to Shakeology for at least 3 months, I recommend going through the coach discount option, telling them amazing benefits, and then they can always cancel if they know it's not for them. So, it's got its pros and cons into asking everybody about being a discount coach. I mean, I got a lot of discount coaches, but then the people that I've asked to be discount coaches, some have surprised me and said they want to work the business. So you just never know who is going to fit into that mold. Honestly, it's such a gamble when you're asking somebody about coaching. Honestly, you get those people that really want to work it and they want to sign up to work it and they don't. And then you get those discount ones that are hanging around our team page and they all of a sudden are like, I want to know more, and then some in between. And then people that are just discount forever just because they drink the Shakeology forever. So I always ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. What's they gonna say? No, it's still a Success Club. I mean, yeah, it's still Success Club points. And if it's a discount coach, great. You've opened them up into joining our world, right? So let's see. The only other thing I wanted to make sure that we covered today, which I could have covered beforehand, was the Shaun week. I want to make sure that you guys you've seen that information, you've seen the promotion for that. So basically what that is an event versus a program. So it looks like they have got him to record at least 7 workouts. I don't know if there'll be more, but it sounds like at least for that first week. And we won't know what they are. They're going to release them every day. And so, this is a really kind of a cool opportunity for us to get people involved with Beachbody On Demand, because this is the only way that you're going to access this. So we're going to do a specific challenge group that's geared just for this. And we'll kick it off June 12th, right, as his first day. So what we'll probably do is we'll start to do prep week leading up to that. And I'll put more dates and stuff in our team page as we get closer, but I'd like to do this as a team, an exclusive Shaun Week group, and you guys can just invite, I'll run the group. You can help me run the group. And then another thought, and I would love to hear your feedback on this, actually, Carl posted this yesterday, was, what do you think about doing a kickstart into Shaun Week? And like I said, personally, that's not a thing for me, but I wouldn't be I'm not afraid to ask people if they wanted to do that. Like if you guys were on board with, let's start 3 days in advance to kickstart into Shaun Week and do that. So that's something to think about if we want to start, do that ahead of time, get people signed up and ready to get started, do the kickstart for 3 days, and then start Shaun Week on. So whatever that is at the 9th, 10th, 11th, something like that. And then the 12th would be like a Monday or something like that. So that's going to go through a weekend. I don't know how people, would resonate with that, what your thoughts are there. But, I'd love to hear your feedback. At the very least, we'll start, I was thinking we'd start a prep week that week before anyways, to just gear up for it like we normally do with people. I don't know, I guess it's hard to say how, you don't want the challenge group to just be 7 days. So we're going to have to determine what happens after the 7 days. Did you guys remember seeing any more info? After 7 days, do we repeat the workouts? Does he come up with more, so wondering how we organize the group from there, I guess, is going to be on a case by case. I don't know. Do you guys remember seeing anything other than the 7 days?
No, I haven't seen anything. But I think it will be nice to say, just grab your favorite workout program and come up with a collage thing, kind of keep the momentum going. Hey, surprise the challengers. This day we're gonna work out to, T25 beta or alpha or whatever, or size, or just keep them keep the momentum going by surprising them with a workout that we coaches choose. I mean, we will know which workout that will be, but not the challengers. I mean, that's just, I don't know, that's just an idea.
Yeah, we could do that, or we could also go by the challenge du jour or Shaun T program, right? Because I feel like he's not going to just leave us hanging after the 7 days. There's got to be more to it then.
Yeah, I agree with you too. But in case he leaves us hanging, we can always have that as a backup plan, or like Pam said there. Pam, why we can't hear you?
Oh, she's just muted.
Oh, she's mute. So I'm reading her little messages there.
Yeah, now I'm mute. Yeah,
okay.
I haven't really done any Shaun T workouts, so I don't really know who the clientele are for that. That's not my market yet, but I better check them out before June 12th.
Yeah, it's hard and intense, so it is totally up your alley.
Oh, cool.
I'm almost kind of thinking that you'd by default want to be an instructor after you did his workouts, for sure.
Well, I'll check it out then.
Yeah, because it sounds like from what he said that it's going to be a little piece of everything he's done. So old school insanity, it sounds like it was pure cardio 2 was one of his things. Then he said a 25-minute ab routine. So an asylum, he said he was going to do weights with an asylum strength, sort of, that's how he compared it. So those are going to be longer, intense workouts with weights. And so it's probably going to be stuff we're used to from him, but just more the hardcore fans are going to probably be the niche market, I'm thinking, because you know, if you like this, then you'll like that kind of a thing from him. But he did also say that you wouldn't have to get on the floor. Like I remember him saying that in the beginning. So like beginners could do it because they wouldn't have to worry about getting down on the floor. So maybe he's going to have like, you know, Scott or whoever being the modifier for whatever, and also making it geared for anyone to try too. I would guess. I don't know.
Okay, well, that's very exciting. I'm super.
Yeah, I guess
super
we'll see, right?
He's doing that. Yeah. So now, did you say, Megan, that you are going to post where we can find this video with closing with class and all that with your notes too? You're gonna.
Yeah, I'll post the video. It's from YouTube, and then she's got her notes are, so when you expand the YouTube information, it will have a link for her notes in there, and then but I can also include the thing that I kind of created, and you can copy and paste it out of there too. You know.
Yeah. No, I'm totally, yeah, I want to see that. And also, how are you going to do, you said that you were about to start the 14-day clean eating group at the beginning of June. And then in combination, you're going to do the Shaun week as well. Like you're going to have this.
No, I want, that's like a separate thing. I do the clean eating group.
Okay.
The clean eating group, basically my motives behind creating a clean eating group or a free group of any kind are just to get to know new people, just to build relationships. Like I have no other motive but behind a free group besides just building my network. That's pretty much it. So I'm just like doing that I won't say anything about what we're doing until at the end of the 2 weeks, usually is what I'll say. Okay, if you like this and you're doing well, I host these longer groups and join me in this. And I'm frequently live in the group, and I talk about, you know, my story and what I'm doing. And then obviously I post every day my workouts and my Shakeology and that kind of thing too. But the purpose, and I feel like it's a great focus to just be thinking about. Sorry. 0, 2, 2, 7, 9, and there's 7, no way to turn it off. 9, 8, 6. Okay. Sorry. So, you know, the motivation behind that is just to build my network. And that's what we learned in the social team builder training was just because I think when we were first trained as coaches, everyone was running free groups. It's my mom's phone, so I don't want to, like, you know. So, you know, like I said, when we were first being trained as coaches, we were like, what's up with your free groups? Nobody wants to give anything away. But I think that we weren't really understanding what the purpose of those groups were. So that's something that I really, you know, learned to hone in when I went through the social team builder training was he goes over in detail how to run free groups and why and what to, you know, include, and you can do any sort of free group you want. But the motivation behind that is to just grow your network, provide value and grow your network of people. So then that way, when you have your invites to do like a month, 2 months, 3 months later, you can go back to those people, you know, because for the most part, my groups are full of people from my fan pages, and they can be anywhere from like 50 to 60 people at a time in there, you know, and so it just gives me all this opportunity to go back and just, you know, form them, make friends with them, find out, you know, their goals, are they married, and just like make friends with those people, you know, and that kind of thing.
Okay. All right, good. So about the Shaun week, this is going to be only on Beachbody On Demand, and so like that will give us an opportunity to sell it that way, like.
Yeah, so you know, I've already started to go live on my page. When he first announced it, I went live on my page and started talking about it. But I would be thinking about past challengers that are, you know, the other thing that I did was I would go into my customer list and see customers that are paying $40 quarterly for Beachbody On Demand, and talk to them about the All Access and talk to them about the event. Like, I know I can think of like half a dozen girls off the top of my head that would be all over that, just because they like D25 or whatever, Probably know Insanity people too,
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's just another way to spin it, like when you have access to Beachbody On Demand, like you're going to get this kind of thing all the time, like that, you don't have to wait for it to come out. Like Shift Shop's going to come out then a month later, and you don't have to, you won't have to buy anything else. It will just be there. When, like this morning, Leandro's UV2, that was there this morning when I turned it on, so it just shows up, and you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to buy anything, subscribe to anything else, and I was just watching another video I was going to send to somebody about, it was like a corporate video that they made for All Access Challenge Pack, and Carl just cracks me up, and he was like, you're going to get all this for like, it was like thousands of dollars worth of stuff, and he's like, mind blowing, just such a corny guy, but I think it's just so funny how he hits specific things on the head, and people are like drawn to that,
I'm trying to push it as a family value also now, because now Leandro's got those kids programs. So I know a lot of people with kids, and some of these kids are really, they need some fitness. So I'm kind of pushing that on my Facebook page, hey, get your kids involved. So I really need to record doing a workout with my kids, because we do make them do it on the weekends, and that's just more value to the package, because not just Pam Goen is using the program. My husband gets to use it right next to me for free.
Right.
And then maybe I'll he does use the Shakeology. So then that's just going to be more sales. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm really trying to throw in that extra value.
And I have a friend that all of her teenagers are into basketball, and each one is doing different things. And there's one that does, certain things on the off season, and then stuff while she's training. And I'm just like, you guys need to be spokespeople for this. You need to get up, and then all the kids are using it for free because the mom subscribes to it, kind of a thing,
Yeah, no, I'm definitely on board with the Shaun Week Challenge group, and I think I'll be on board too.
Yeah, I'm sure
do the Kickstart. Yeah, so we can do a little Kickstart, because I actually have a lot of people just interested in doing the detox. They're just into that, and they're like, yeah, this is more doable than like a 30-day or like 21-day detox. 3 days is great for me, and for me too. I mean, I don't think I can do more than 3 days. So yeah, I think
the way to spin that then is to get them involved, and they're just going to be flies on the wall then. And if they don't want to do the Shaun Week, they can do something else for 5 days. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just thinking like another way for you to just have them be a part of it, and then they could be flies on the wall to see what happens, like to continue going forward.
Yeah. No, I like that idea. Totally like that idea. So yeah, let me know if you need help with whatever, the post, and I'll be willing to coach it with you and take it from there. But I think it's a great opportunity. I have a lot of people that love Shanti, and I think they're gonna jump on board. Maybe, get back on Shakeology, or but that's the thing. If they're not doing Shakeology, I mean, it's a great opportunity to get them back. But this is they have to have access, the All Access Beachbody On Demand. Otherwise, it's kind of like exclusive just for those.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, if they don't have All Access Pass, then, it's a challenge pack opportunity. If they already have it, I mean, I guess just case by case, some people have it. I got one girl that's like, I was all thinking, oh, she's going to get a challenge pack and do this. And she's like, oh, I have On Demand already. I'm like, okay. Yay, I guess.
I know. All right. Okay, well then.
Are either the two of you guys in Heather's Sorta Summit group?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
No, I haven't seen her. No.
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah. She just did like she wanted to do like a big push to Summit, just, it's just for accountability purposes, and we have to do tracking and stuff like that. But I was thinking about it today because we've been talking a lot about invites in the group, and that's something that the people are struggling with, is how many invites. And I think I posted this in our team page too, about how Carl talked to us about getting our invites out of the way first thing in the morning. And so I was going to share with you guys how I'm doing that, because I am getting out anywhere. Like I was at like 2 invites, maybe lucky last, month or so. I was really struggling with that too. And the last almost 2 weeks, I've been inviting 10, 15 people a day. And so my inbox is just like blowing up. But I want to make sure that I'm sharing with you guys what I'm doing so that you can also have an inbox blowing up.
Yeah, I could use some help with that because, I've got some relationships growing and stuff, and I've invited to free groups, but it's time for me to move on and try to get some people in a challenge. And yeah, so I need some guidance.
All right, I'll post that in the page too, but so that basically what I'm doing is I'm taking people, or I'm asking people that have either commented recently on something, whether it's my personal page or my like page, and I'm also going back into old groups, and then I'm posing this specific little scripted question to them. And so it's really just a very fun way of, can I ask you if you would mind me sending you information about this group, and then start the process of getting goals and things like that from them. And then I also have a follow-up question, which has been working awesome. So like, sometimes when you ask someone, you get nothing, like crickets, but you can tell that they read it. Like you can see they saw it right on such and such a date in your messenger. And so Carl gave us like another way to follow up with them to spark that, maybe they're busy, right? Maybe that's what I've been getting. So I put this follow-up question, share with me what you're doing, or whatever, however it's worded. And people have been coming back to me. I'm so sorry. I saw your message, but I got busy, or I was at work and I forgot to reply. So now I'm ready. And they'll start, yes, I'm interested. Send me, stuff like that too. So.
And what's the follow-up question?
Let's see. I'll post this stuff for you guys too, but basically.
Oh, okay, then no need to look for it now. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like it says, I know I just reached out to you, but I know how easy it is to lose track of messages, and I didn't want you to miss out on this. May I ask you if there's anything you'd like to know about the online group that might help you seriously consider it? Our group is always so much more successful hitting our weight loss goals when we have a few more motivated people. Or if you found another solution that's working for you, I'd love to know about it. I'm always interested in different ways people are achieving their health and fitness goals. Do you mind sharing?
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes like the simplest stuff, you're like, oh yeah, that's good.
Makes sense. I replied to that. Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, like I said, I want to share as much as possible with you guys because, like I said, I'm like inundated. My inbox is huge, and like so the more people I'm asking, I'm like the messages are like just crazy building up. So it's good.
Okay, great. So we have that going, and then yeah. Then following up on our conversation yesterday that
yes, I saw that you messaged me. I haven't gotten to that yet.
Oh yeah, no. Yes, okay, yes, I messaged you, but I also want to review the clean eating group, the 14-day one for the menu and grocery shopping list and stuff like that, and because I want to start that too at the same time you're doing it. Just so I have it in my calendar and I'm not like behind you or ahead of you or whatever, because then I get confused.
Yeah, and I can share that stuff with you too. I'll send you all those links.
Thank you.
Okay. No more questions? All right, guys. It was good to see you.
You too. Thanks, Megan.
Do you guys feel like these are beneficial every other week or every week, or do you how often do you want to see each other?
As often as you are willing to give us the information, I'm willing to take it.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with Pam too. I like the weekly thing as well. So, but I know you're busy, and I mean, summer is coming and the kids are going to be home too. But I mean, if you put it in the calendar, then it's just like, you know, an hour or 45 minutes. So it's totally doable. But I like the weekly thing just because I get easily distracted with having 4 kids and all their stuff.
I hear you. Okay.
All right, Megan, thank you for your time. Bye.
Thanks,
Nice meeting you,
guys.
Pam.
You too. Bye.
Bye.